So still on my berry adventure. Yes, if you've not yet checked out my berry adventure, you should definitely check it out too. Because in the previous video, we looked at the raspberries, we looked at the black currant, and today we are going to go into the red boxes. Yes, so this is fresh berries that you can have access to in Finland. Typically, it's free. And yes, I love Vasa because of some of this nature and these things here. If you're visiting Finland, please come in summertime, especially, or in wintertime. And if you're in Vasa, you just have to try these out. And like I said, this farm was on the outskirts of Vasa. I'll share the town and exactly where it is. Thank you to the farmers. They were so good. They were so friendly. They were so helpful. And I did this with my friends. Yes, Soa, Steph, Ben. Like, yeah, this is all the things you need to do if you are here. You just don't need to be making a living. You need to live as well. And I definitely had a lot of fun because as I was picking, I was eating. Oh, hey, my mouth was not resting. Buy one, get one free. But reality is most of these, if it's in the woods or in the forest, is free. But if you go to someone's farm, you need permission. And usually on the farms, you can eat as much as you want. But when you are taking it outside the farm, they would definitely wait for you and then you pay for it. But this, yes, that's how it works. But usually I would always recommend go early. As you can see, there was a lot of weed and I was itching and all those things because we went late. Do this early June or entering into July. You don't want to go after mid-July, August. No, that's a bad time to go and try that. So yes, this is a red currant and we're going to make some red currant jam. Then we go on to make some strawberries. And I'm going to teach you about 3 things to do with your strawberries. So yes, you're going to really enjoy this video as well. Do leave a like as you go on. Whichever part you like it, just give us a like. If there's any comments, you can drop it as well. So, like I mentioned in the earlier video, if you've not watched it, you should definitely watch the full adventure trip to the farms. And like I said, one thing I won't do the next time round, I'm going to pick is to go with the rubber. Yes, the storage bags, they sounded easy for me in the mind, but I think it didn't help me so well. Next time I'll just go with a bowl and pick it in so that the berries don't get too tired by the time I get home. So once I'm done picking out the stems from the berries, what I did was to wash it out to get off all the tiny, tiny leaves and the eyes that would fall off. Yes, so I just washed this thoroughly. And then once I'm done washing, then it went into my saucepan. Yes, so this is very easy as well. And in Finland, there's a lot of berries. Like for red currant, you don't even need to go to a farm. The forest around, like there's a land of many forests and lakes. You find a lot of forest wherever you stay. You can easily get some of these on there. And most of the walking paths and the hiking paths have a lot of these as well. So I used the hand blender just to blend it to best it out because if it's in the circle pot, it's never going to get done. And then I added in sugar and then I left it on the fire just to reduce. And then once it was thickening, I then added in the lemon. Yes, so if you're making jams, one of the things you want to add in is your lemon juice or lime juice. That's just to balance things up for you. If you don't want to use sugar, you can actually use honey. If you don't want to use honey, you can actually use just your fruit and make a concentrate of it. But sugar helps with the texture of the jam. Yes, and you don't have to add any jelly. And this is like very good quality jam, fresh fruits, and like it's just awesome. Like the beauty of nature, the beauty of nature. Then I put it into my jars and then I label them as well so I don't forget which is which because this I had at least 3 different red colored stuff. So I just put the red currant and then I put the date on it. Don't mind my spelling of the currant. So yes, and it's very good you actually do this as well. Some call it lingonberry. And I love to have this in the crackers. If you're hosting some friends, you can just enjoy it in the crackers and then the bread. Red currant is a little bit tacit on the tongue, so the sugar kind of helps it. If you don't want to use sugar, just use your honey. And you realize the texture is so good, like super good. And it's because they were also very much ripe when we picked it up. So that also improves the quality of the jam you are making. And this is something like you definitely have to try. One of the Finnish wonders you want to try if you come in the summertime. Now for strawberries, yes, strawberry is a fruit of love. Yes. And I made some strawberry jam. Who doesn't love some strawberry jam? And I also made some dehydrated strawberry chips, which you can just snack on. And then of course the fresh ones, you can enjoy it in your breakfast cereals, in your yogurt, or like, yeah, mostly breakfast stuff. You can have it in there, and you can do a lot of things with strawberries: ice creams, juices, drinks, a lot of them. So I began by taking off the crown from the strawberries. Yes, I didn't need the leaves, I didn't need the crown. I just needed the main strawberries, yes, in there. And this was quite a little bit of work. And like I said, because we weren't a bit late in the season, they were more small. They were very soft, very ripe. Very ripe is good for jam because you get it very sweet. But if you want to really do the dehydration, it shouldn't be too soft. Like it takes you forever to get it done in that sense. Yes. But I still had to wash it because it has leaves and all those things. And I wanted it to be very clean because as you can see, the strawberries are a bit more closer to the earth. So even though there's plastic on the bed, it's a bit closer to the earth. So I actually had to wash this as well. Then I diced it into small slices because I was going to dehydrate this part. And this, you can mix it in your cereals when you're eating. You can snack on it as chips or like, fruit, vitamin C for you every day. So this is like awesome. And this is good if you have bigger strawberries. We went when it was almost off season. So that is a disadvantage, or that's the mistake we made. So don't repeat that if you are coming here. And like I said, in Finland, they have this no man's right kind of thing. Most of the fruits and vegetables in the woods or in the forest, you can have access to them for free. You can eat as much as you want. You just have to pay some taxes and things if you are adding value to it and you are reselling or you're selling it out. Yes. And most people make quite a lot of living during the summertime by picking berries. It's one of the hot jobs there, but it's not the easiest. Like as you saw, I was even itching at a point. So Charlie, shout outs to all those who help get berries to our supermarket. Like Charlie, no one's work is easy. Yes. So I just pour this into the trays, and this is going to go into my dehydrator. This took me more than 6 hours because the dehydrator is set to 6 hours. I did about 9 or 10 hours of dehydration. Yes. And then for the other part, the ones I was going to use for the jam, I just use a hand blend that's just to best it all out. And then I added in the sugar. Then that went onto the fire. No water, no nothing, like, yes. And for strawberries, it's nice when you have a bit of texture in it. So I don't blend it to be too smooth. Yes. And if you want it very smooth, you can actually blend it out all smooth, but that is very much dependent on you. But it's nice when you have it textured a bit. So you just best a bit of it. And as it's reducing, you add in the lemon or lime juice. That would also balance out the taste in there. The sugar is just to give it a good texture, but if you don't take sugar, you can use other sweeteners, maybe honey, or you can just do a concentrate, which is just the strawberries in there as well. So once this reduces and it thickens the degree of thickness you want, then you can put this off because once it cools down, it's still going to get even more thicker. But I prefer you really get this very thick on the stove before you turn it out. That way, the water quantity or the moisture in it is less and it can stay on your shelf for a longer time. If you're keeping it out of your fridge, I would recommend you eat it within 6 months. If it's in your fridge, then you can eat it maybe like a year. But you realize this has no preservatives. So this is like very natural, very tasty, very healthy. You won't feel guilty eating this any day because you know you made it at home, you made it with love, you made it with all healthy stuff. Yes. So this one you can like rest assured there's nothing interesting in there. Yes. And once I'm done, I jar them up, then I label it so that I know what I'm taking, and then I can check the date. Yes. So write the date you did this, and then you put that there as well. So once I'm done, I just cover them up, and that is good. For the dehydration, it's like 50 degrees, and that takes about 6 hours, usually standard time. But this one had a lot of moisture, I tell you. So even after the 6 hours, I still had to go extra 3 to 4 hours. Yes. So you just have to make sure that it's dehydrated such that it is very dry, because if it's not very dry, it's not going to be crunchy. And if it's not very dry, it can get moldy and spoil early. But if it's well dried, it can be out, like you can keep it on your table and snack on it for a very long time before like it gets bad or it gets moldy or smelly or something like that. And one thing about strawberries is when you dehydrate, like it takes forever. And then it's going to be small, like the quantity becomes very, very like little. So one thing about it you should also notice that 8 to 4 balls are like by the time you are done, it is so small. So that's the dehydrated berries. I think it's better if you pick your berries and you dehydrate than if you buy from the stores, because if you buy from the stores, it's actually more expensive than if you pick it yourself. Yes. And yes, this is my dehydrated berries, and these are healthy. These are nice. I think I enjoy these in my cereals as well. And I used to snack on them. Like you take some and you just chew. Like you're working, you just snack on them. It feels so good. And you can have it with either bread as well for your jam, or you can actually have it in these crackers as well. That was also very like nice to have it in there. And see the color of the jam, see the thickness of the jam. Do you need what more do you need? Like this is one of the best stuff you can do for yourself, and it's super like easy, super homey. And for me, it's about the experience about it. Like this is one of the things I love about being in Finland. Like you can just enjoy all of this, and it's beautiful to do this with friends. So shout out to my friends once again. At least I forget the jars that I use. I sterilized it in the oven. Just give it like 50 degrees Celsius for like 5-10 minutes. Let the glass be hot, the lids be hot, so that it will be sterile enough. Then when your jam is cooled down, you put it into your jar, cover it, and then you label it with the name and then the date as well. And you can do some goodness. If you have quite a good amount, you can share some to friends and loved ones. Share the joy, share the laugh, share the happiness as well. And if you really did enjoy this video, do like this video, do subscribe for more videos, more Finnish adventures. Yes. And if you want to visit Finland, I'd always recommend one of the to-do things you should try here is to try the berry picking, which is free of charge. Just try it and enjoy it. Even if you don't want to, just have that experience of it. And for the crackers, I use this Finnish crackers. It's so crunchy, so delicious, so healthy, so good. Like you should also try it out. The rest of the berries, you can always keep it in your fridge. You can have it fresh. You can like whenever you need to use some berries, you can actually use it, or you can freeze it up so that that also lasts you for longer. So yes, this was my Finnish summer berry adventure. I hope you did like this video. Do live life to the fullest, be joyous, be merry. Lots of love from my team and I. Mwah.